All right, I'm Robbie with Believe in the Run, and we are here with Pete Cable from Scott to talk about a new and exciting shoe that's coming out. Let's get into it. What do we got here?
Okay, yeah, so at Scott we've got about 60 years of history working with athletes developing products. We also make bikes, we make winter sport as well. Running's actually our newest division at the brand. And we've been working with or sponsoring one of the athletes who's a two-time Western States finisher, Cody. 2 years ago, Cody did the first tilt at Western States, came in fourth, and then we started having a chat about how we could improve on that. And we wanted to work together with him to make a shoe that was really tuned for the Western States course. It's the first time, we've always kind of developed product with athletes, but it's the first time that we have really laser focused in on one particular event.
Yeah.
And so we really took kind of a clean piece of paper, started from scratch, spoke with Cody, and just kind of looked at all the different areas that we could try and improve on. And so we came up with the Ultra Carbon RC.
All right, so I see a little thing on the midsole here, Carbitex. We've seen this in a lot of other shoes. That's the asymmetrical flex, lightweight carbon fiber plate. So obviously that's employed here. Can you tell me how that works within the shoe and in the midsole?
Yeah, so two of the kind of the key technology stories we have at Scott Running is traction. So outsoles, we are a European brand. I'm from the UK. We really know about mud and what it takes to kind of move efficiently in the mountains. 2 years ago we launched our road collection, and here we really focus on having a really dynamic rocker, so it's a really on-set rocker, and we have a carbon plated technology in our road collection, so we wanted to bring those two pieces of technology together. So it's a trail specific outsole, it's a pretty aggressive rocker, and it is that Gear Flex carbon plate from Carbitex. It really does something a little bit different because it's a dynamic flexing plate.
Yeah.
So the bigger you are, the lighter you are, how you change your strike pattern, the faster or slower that you run, the plate is really adjusting to your behaviors. It's super cool on road, but it becomes really, really interesting in ultras because, you know, 100 miles, a lot is changing over the course of those kind of 20 hours on course.
Yeah.
And so you really need a shoe that kind of really adapts and changes to your running characteristics.
That's awesome. See, we have a lightweight, thin tongue here, mesh upper. Anything else we need to know about this that stands out to you?
Yeah, so you know, running ultras is pretty brutal on the body and on the feet, so comfort is really king here. So we spend a lot of time just looking at all those smaller details, making sure that we've got the foot nicely locked in, so you're really taking advantage of that rocker and the carbon plate, but just also making sure that as your feet are swelling and the day gets longer, that you're staying dry, well ventilated and super comfy in the shoe.
Cool. And when does this shoe come out?
So we're going to launch this shoe next week. We're doing the media event today.
All right, next week.
And it'll be available in stores as of next week.
Okay, and what's the price point on this shoe?
So it's $220 US.
Okay, so carbon plated race shoe, $220. Good outsole grip here. You know what? Maybe we should bring in Cody Lynn to talk about how he helped develop the shoe.
Okay.
All right, so we're here with Cody Lynn. Cody, you've been helping Scott develop this shoe through your Western States, through training and everything else. Can you tell me what went into designing this shoe and the feedback you gave them when developing it?
Yeah, I mean, really one of the biggest things is I knew I needed a little more shoe once I got up to 60, 70, 80 miles. And after doing Western States my first year, I knew we need a little more, and that's to protect the legs, especially the lower legs and the feet.
Wait, you're telling me over 100 miles you need more protection? It seems a little...
Well, yeah, you know, in order to finish strong and feeling well. But, I mean, really, yeah, this has been 16 months in the works of being able to, you get your first prototypes, working with Pete, trying to figure out exactly what we want on foam, on how dense we might want the foam, adding in the plate, and then giving feedback and constantly working.
So how many prototypes or iterations did you work through
We had about 4 different ones.
Okay.
For the first one, I mean, we knew, yeah, this isn't exactly what we want, but you have to start somewhere. And you kind of just start at that ground level and then start tweaking from there. And whether it's the upper or the foam or making it a little bit softer or a little more responsive.
Yeah.
And just slowly working your your way up till race day.
So it suffices to say you're pretty happy with the finished product here?
Yeah, it's so awesome. You start from something and then you just keep slowly working away at it and you end up with something and you're like, yep, this is what I want. And I knew about 6 weeks before Western States, yep, we have it dialed.
That's awesome.
And this is what I want for race day.
Nice. What race plans you got coming in 2023?
Well, I have a bib for Western States, so I'll be heading back to California for Western States, and then maybe Tarawera in New Zealand in February, and then kind of shape things around Western States and see how that goes.
Awesome. Well, good luck this next year in your running, and I'm excited to see what you do in the shoe.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks.